this competition is, I mean, it's insane. We got the best sailors, and we're at the best place in the world.
We've traveled by planes, boats, buses. To me, it makes the event very special.
We don't have any spectators. It's kind of nice, which makes the event really relaxed, you know. You're just the competitors and the pressure brought to the island, waiting for the ultimate conditions to really happen.
We're about to take off to Paradise Island. Come join us.
That's good, huh? We leave the river this morning. We went through here. Okay, and then this is our route. Up to Namotou. We leave all the equipment in Namotou, and then we are going back to Plantation Island, where you stay, which is here.
No one in their right mind would carry all this equipment around the world and do this traveling crazy stuff unless they were just in love with the sport. It's something you can't stop doing once you start.
Namotou Island, a tiny speck of paradise for the person that truly loves the ocean.
Probably some of the most beautiful islands I've ever seen, you know? And the first time that we're gonna have conditions that are so incredible. I mean, the waves here are just perfect. They're perfect waves. We couldn't pick a better spot to have perfect wave competition.
True wave riders, the feeling of the currents, that means the knowledge of the ocean with being able to feel the wave, being able to time out the wave, being able to give all you have at that one moment.
Somebody was fully thinking when they built this island, because this reef is perfect. The waves come, they hit it, they wrap all the way around till they touch end zones. I mean, that gives you pretty much the widest diversity of surfing you can possibly have and the best possible setup you can have for a windsurfing competition, because no matter what direction the wind's blowing, it's gonna be good.
Force that you feel, you know, that the wave generates when it hits the reef, it's insane. It can throw you back 10 feet.
100 seconds of a long timing and you're squared on the reef, right?
It definitely can be dangerous. It is a lot of water moving around and it's really shallow. You get in the wrong place at the wrong time and you're gonna get whomped.
Boom, and just knowing you're not gonna make it. Straight to the bottom, everything explodes. Everything's gone. Because what happens is a lot of times you can eat shit so bad and your stuff gets trashed and you're just standing out there in the middle of the reef all with nothing to do.
And that could happen in heat then.
Yeah,
Easy.
So it's a serious question, because if you come to the final,
your
equipment breaks, your history. And I tell you, man, the stuff breaks here, boy.
One wipeout is gone.
It's gone. You can be gone in one wipeout.
Josh Stone, the Hawaiian kind of what we call sunny boy, likes to chat, likes to talk, funny guy. Never seems to get a boring moment in his life.
like to look good before I get in the water. You know, gives me some extra points for the judges.
I feel like I'm the maybe the happy spirit of the tour. You know, maybe the happy face.
Josh Stone has more fun probably than almost anyone else on the tour.
The bubbly character of the tour, you know, everything's cool sort of and everything's fine.
He used to pipe down once in a while, but usually what he says is positive, so it's okay.
But don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm super competitive. Ask any of the guys, and when I'm competing, I'm just like, I'm gonna kick your ass! You know, I'm not one of those guys who's just sitting back, yeah, I'm happy, but I don't care if I lose. I want to win. And I want to be wave sailing champion. You know, I just grew up loving the sport more than anything, and I came on tour after beating Robbie Nash, my inspiration, who was a god at the time to me, you know? And it just kind of exploded me onto the tour scene.
I like the way Josh sails because it's his own, like I said, his own personality. He doesn't do what the judges necessarily want to see.
It's the perfect conditions for me, personally. I mean, side offshore port tack, 8-foot waves. Thank you. I mean, gotta thank somebody for that one.
And Josh is physically quite a bit smaller than other people. I mean, he rides smaller equipment than other people, and he gets extremely vertical. He does these airs where he drops way out into the flats, and bottom turns, comes straight up, cracks a section, you know, throws his tail around and comes straight back down.
Our training is just going out and having fun and playing. It's a free sport. It's a sport that you play at. You just go and have a good time. Whoever's having the best time is gonna win, you know? When this contest happens, we're gonna see probably the best wave riding in the history of windsurfing.
The trade winds the patterns just started again today, which it hasn't been here for a month. So the chances of getting wind today are slim, but I think everything is looking good for about Wednesday, and there is a small swell on the way. Not a large one, but about 4 to 5 feet. So if all the ingredients come together, it could be quite nice. But for the next few days, we're just going to have to amuse ourselves, and I wouldn't bother coming out at 9 or 10 in the morning.
We're here in Fiji, where the rules are slightly different from normal competitions we do. I have just found out that I must go to the local village to meet with the local elders of the tribe to ask permission for us to use the brake on the Namotou. This is slightly unusual, as you can see by the way I'm dressed, with a skirt on and with Gava in my hand as a gift. This is the way that you have to operate in Fiji.
This is Robbie's bed. Basically the main reason why this is Robbie's bed is because the ventilation. A lot of ventilation over here, as you can see the shutters and the windows, because he farts a lot at night and it absolutely stinks, so we put him here.
Jason POLAKOW, he's the Energizer Bunny. He never shuts up, he never slows down. He wakes up at 6 o'clock, runs around the house, never stops talking until he finally shuts up and goes to sleep at night. That's reflected in everything he does. He's just full of energy.
Get up, get out of bed. The sun is up and the sky is blue. Take some pills to clear your head. I've got so many things to do. Feel it from
I myself like, surfing in the critical part of the wave, and most of the other top guys, all have the same thing. It's the adrenaline rush you get and the force that you feel, that the wave generates when it hits the reef. It's insane, and it can throw you back 10 feet, in any direction if you do happen to hit it at the wrong moment.
on those
Jason Polakaw, I'd say, is probably the most respected wave sailor in the world. The guy just goes for it. He lives life to the fullest.
Kind of younger, wilder, radical wave sailor.
Really good sailor, really good surfer, really good motorcycle rider. One of those guys that's probably good at anything he does, but he's just non-stop.
We have perfect waves, we have perfect fishing, the water is crystal clear.
If he comes in time home from his fishing trip and he doesn't miss his heat, then he's a goofy foot surfer, so this is good for him because he can ride a lot off his front foot. It means he can really time the sections well, right? And he's used to facing the wave when he surfs it.
As long as it's down the line, sort of, bearing off the wind, wave riding conditions, then I'm happy.
I think he revolutionized the sport. Like 3-4 years ago, he came out with a different concept in boards and in sails, and he pretty much took windsurfing into a new era.
When I first came out, everyone was riding asymmetric boards, and I was the only guy sort of using a symmetrical pintail board, and that was really the one big advantage that I had over everybody else, is that my board was able to work in the very tight pocket vertical part of the wave. Well, I mean, if we get wind, it's a port tack event and a wave riding, so I think a lot of the good surfers and a lot of the guys who sail port tack will do well. Robbie will do well. Josh Stones, he's going to probably do well. And a lot of the Australians too, like Scotty McKercher and Blair Simpson, they'll all do really well too. So hopefully we'll get a lot of the Aussies up there in the top rankings.
The Australian boys are pretty much the scariest boys there are. Stewie Martin, Blair, I don't know Blair's last name. That's it, Blair Simpson.
This guy, Blair Simpson from Australia, little fella I've never seen before in my life. I heard about him once in a while from Margaret River in Australia. And he's this really quiet guy, he's this little blonde guy that just sits on the beach. If you say hi, he's like, hi. Real nice, and then all of a sudden you see him out on the wave and he just does this filthy turns, this fat aerials, big floaters over sections where you just go, holy schmoly, that's unbelievable, and it's his way of expressing himself.
The thing about these guys is they just go for it, they don't care. They have nothing to lose. There's the names here, and if the names mess up, the names are screwed. If they lose to some Blair Simpson or Stewie Martin, I mean, they have to go home and face the gallery, everybody's gonna just be like, loser, loser, loser. But I tell you, these boys are red hot.
Well, more problems, I think. I've now found out that Armani has not arrived, as he was supposed to, and it's Sunday today, which is a religious day. So apparently if I take the Gava as a gift today for the chief, it will actually be an insult because they cannot drink Gava on a Sunday. But if I don't go, then they might think that I'm insulting them because I said I was coming this morning. So it's a bit of a problem. So one of the locals here is going to go over to the village, explain the situation from me, that I'd like to come 8 o'clock tomorrow morning and I'm not coming today because it's a religious day and I understand their beliefs, I think, and I'll come tomorrow.
Thank you. Well, we're going to have the skipper's meeting a little bit later. It was meant to be at 8 o'clock, now it's 10 past. As we're not in Germany, we're going to have it a little bit later. The weather forecast for today, we spoke to Scott O'Connor, who's on the island. He said it looks the same as yesterday. So he said the surf is a little bit smaller than yesterday. The wind is still, it's glassy, it's no wind there. So we will have the next announcement at 9 o'clock.
He was to meet me at 9 o'clock because the elders of the tribe have requested that I go and speak with them about holding the competition. Have you heard anything about that yet?
Maybe he's using Fiji time.
Fiji time?
Yeah.
How much difference is Fiji time to normal time?
When you say 9 o'clock, it can be 10 o'clock, 10:30 or 11.
Ah,
Yeah.
right. So that's a little bit like sailor time, I think. as well. If you could tell him that Louis is waiting to go and present Gava to the chief.
Oh,
yeah, that's why I'm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
True surfers, true wave sailors, true watermen is their whole life from whenever they choose to do it, whenever they get thrown into that environment, is by the time they're 85 years old and they close their eyes, you know. That's truly what's going to be the main focus in their lives. And that's very unique. And I believe that those people are very well connected also to their spirituality in whatever sense. If you see a 15-meter wave break, I mean, you believe in the, you feel the tremendous power on the planet on that we live. And I think it opens you up. You become sensitive to a lot more things in life.
Drop the juice and let the clouds rise up. I am as ready as I am.
Namotou, huh?
Namotou. I guess it's goodbye. Won't you try to remember some of the good things that I've done? As I turn to meet the angels, as we fly to the sun. Yeah, I'm gonna breathe, even though it's gonna kill me. Yeah, I'm gonna breathe.
I'm very powerful. That's the way I live my life. I'm very extreme. I don't really consider myself flashy, just really solid. If I see something thick, you'll see me go for it. I always wanted to become a professional athlete. It's always my aspiration. And the first time I stepped on a windsurfer and I was effortless, being carried by the wind. I mean, I was so excited I had to jump into the water because everybody was able to see how excited I was, you know? Events like this, it's just incredible, you know, and everybody's stoked.
Okay, well, in the last half an hour, I had one of the elders of the tribe came to me in my burra, very quietly, told me that a lot of the information I was getting was wrong. There's a new one. But that I must meet the chief. Fingers crossed, tomorrow morning, we exchange gifts, we ask for permission and his blessing, and we're there.
Francisco Goya, Argentinian, South American, Latin lover kind of guy.
Woke up next to you, feeling kind of blue. And then
You know, we just wait for the wind, and if the wind comes up, I mean, we're gonna have the best contest in history of windsurfing for sure.
He's another one of those guys that can be very mellow on the beach and then just take all of his frustration or all of his happiness or everything and put it all into that moment when he's just coming off bottom and cranking a hard turn and pow, and you can just see it in his sailing. He takes everything inside and puts it on the wave.
Some days you kind of more expressing yourself and you're more connected with your, I don't know, with your desire, your ganas, you know. It's like art, it's like a dance. You're dancing with the wave and you're moving, and it shows your personality.
Iya, sa gimana tinanggap
Yeah, it's good.
Who's your chief?
My chief.
Can you nominate somebody as your chief?
Brian is the chief.
Okay, Francisco.
Francisco. Well, it was like, it was weird because it looks like dirt, right? The drink, but I mean, you know, they all look pretty healthy here, so why not, you know, experience some of what they have. They bring more the, I don't know, the inner thoughts from them with the kava. They get like more, you know, more relaxed, not so much unconscious, but so they bring kind of like a kind of half dream, half life.
I mean, this is my dream. This is what I've been dreaming for many years. Coming to the best place and that being my job. That's why I'm here.
He's really persistent. He wanted to live here. Their family moved out, and he just, you know, wanted to sail, and that's what he did. He followed his dream.
I know there's something inside Cisco that burns, and you see it when he sails.
Came from Argentina about 5-6 years ago to Hawaii. Kind of looked up to all of us world-class windsurfers. In a matter of a very short time, he became one of the very top windsurfers himself.
Cisco is, again, he's a goofy foot, so he's, you know, this could very well be his forte. He right now is on a good day at Hokipa. He's definitely top 2, if not the very, very best. Has not really come through in competition at this point, but he has a really fast style, and he's a very innovative sailor also.
Francisco Goya is a ripper. He's got a really good, fluid, powerful style, and he's looking just great on the water.
Well, hopefully the guys like some fire wins. I hope that happens, and I hope that guy is me.
You can be what you want, long as you can let the rest of you rock. That ain't easy, it takes some time. The rewards are more than you'd ever find. So much easier to stay where you are.
Oh, I don't have to scream that loud. Please. Francisco, you come, please. Just want to let you know about some things which are going to happen here. When we arrived this... Hello, Rob. Thank you. When we arrived this morning here, it was like still east wind. Now it's shifting a little bit. You can say, no, it's leaving me out, but now it's a little bit more sideshow. We hope it's going to pick up, but I want to give you some more information about the racing that we're going to have. First, the competition area is going to be Namotou Reef. During the competition, we don't want to lose any time. As you know, the wind is not so good here, so...
So now we're gonna go on the boat, climb up to the top of the boat, dive, like we're doing. Look at it, look at it.
You never wanna leave. No, no, you never wanna leave. Feel so wrong inside of you. It's been so long that you cannot do what's needed to regenerate some heart. You never wanna leave. Just hold on for a brighter day. Years are gone and it's still the same. The sun don't shine with clouds in the way.
Windsurfing is the easiest way to find my happiness because it's the most fun thing I can do. I mean, it's so much fun. I mean, I can go for a day of windsurfing and I won't think of a thing while I'm in the water. I mean, I could have had the worst thing in the world happen to me. If I get a good day of windsurfing for that 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours I'm sailing, I don't think about it. I get out of the water, I have a big smile on my face, it just erases all the worries away. And that's how I find my happiness.
With the hand you've got, your chances are high. I'm more greener on the other side.
For me, I mean, there's no better feeling in the world than, you know, dropping in and pushing and feeling the speed and just starting a bottom turn. And you feel yourself turn and you feel your legs weight down, you feel the buckle and you push off your bottom turn and you just accelerate out of that bottom turn and you just head up for the lip and then you just start to get carving on the lip. You know, it's just a redirection of speed. You know your board is just cutting through the water. I mean, there's nothing that feels better to me. That's what I look for in the sport. If I could ride one wave for the rest of my life, it would be a wave where I could just turn, speed, power, turn the whole time. You know, that's what I'm trying to search for.
'Cause you never wanna leave. No, no, you never wanna leave. All those feel so wrong inside of you. It's been so long that you cannot do what's needed to regenerate some life. You never wanna leave. No, no, you never wanna leave. You just hold on for a brighter day. Years have gone and it's still the same. The sun won't shine with a cloud in the way.
I don't want to talk about it. That's about it. I want to get it finished, get on with the competition, and have a long, stiff drink. That's what I want.
BJORN DUNKERBECK, Iceman. The guy just has so much power and so much aura about him that he can intimidate a person standing on the beach before they even hit the water.
Possibly a bit mechanical, but has probably the most overall talent of anyone in the tour as far as just consistency, power, drive, and the desire to win.
I mean, it's amazing he can combine winning on the racing and winning on the wave sailing tour.
BJORN's an extreme, outstanding athlete.
I'm not really a sitting person, I'm not really an office person. I can't imagine myself being stuck in a room longer than what I had to sleep at night. I'm more out there searching for action.
But overall, he has all of our respect for his ability and his talent, and he has proven beyond a doubt that he is the world's greatest windsurfer.
I grew up on the beach. I started windsurfing at a very young age. Started competing at a very young age. And all I ever wanted to do was really travel the world, compete against the best in the world. I'm not worried about becoming first, second, third, or fifth. I won so many times to satisfy all my competing needs.
I think a lot of people maybe mistake BJORN that don't know him. He's probably one of the most kick-back guys on the whole tour, you know, but I think he's one of those guys, like all of us, he doesn't like to lose, and so when he's on the water and it comes to that, he's going to definitely put it on the edge to kick some butt.
When it will happen, it will be one of the best wave contests we probably ever had in the history of professional windsurfing.
They want respect for who they are, that they own the land, that they own the reef. I can understand that. We give them respect, they give us respect back.
On behalf of Ratuchosi of Wilawa and the villages of Solevu, I'd like to say thank you very much, and you are free to surf and as well as your boys. Thank you.
Okay, well, we've just been given permission by the chief of the villagers here to hold our competition. So relax, we can actually do this. $200,000 is safe. Pleased.
Morning everybody, this is the 8 o'clock skippers meeting. We spoke to Scotty on the island and it is windy today, so we're going to go over there and have the race. It's looking pretty good that we're going to get something in. So the boat's leaving at 9 o'clock, we're going over to set everything up for you guys. So by the time you get there, we're ready to go.
This is the best day so far that we've seen. You know, it's 9:30 in the morning, the wind is the right direction, the swell is up. So if any day is it, this day better be it, because I'm ready for some sailing.
Well, that was cloud break, and it's 15 to 18 knots up there. It should be here in about 15 minutes.
15 to 18 knots away.
Yeah.
Cloud break.
Yeah.
Over there.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
Has it happened?
It's starting, dude.
I think my bacon's just been saved.
Your
was kind of scared. I don't know why. And I f***ed up. Just did.
Situation where I out on the water, conflict, I'm on the wave first, Robbie Seeger's hanging out wind, calling surfers rules closer to the peak, which is not true. I come back to the beach, everyone says, don't worry about protesting, there's no problem, there's no way that you or him didn't get through because you both ripped. And then results come through, I didn't get through, and bloody not the way I was hoping to do it. What are the judges looking at?
In this kind of conditions with reef that breaks perfect, it's not that you have 5 good waves that are more or less all right. It's that you have 2 unbelievable waves. It's the guy who wins.
No, I don't want to talk to you, Robbie.
Scott.
If you can't give honest answers.
Scott, I'll give you a very honest answer, okay? Can you please come with me for a second? Unless you want to have this shit in between us for a while, okay? I don't dig it. Come on.
Well, no.
Okay,
Now we're down to the top 16. We have valid results, so now we can take it a little bit more easy. We lengthen the heat to 20 minutes.
Okay, let's get this first heat going now.
Are you ready? You're ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, march! Red flag is up.
Every generation's got to make its own mistakes. But then again, on the other hand, they also find the breaks. Today you're swimming against the tide, and you feel that you're gonna drown. So just remember that every decade has its ups and downs. So look into the future every time you remember Jimi Hendrix and the missile crisis, on rocket ships to the moon, freaking out over Vietnam. It wasn't part of your master plan. If you catch what my drift is, shipwrecked in the 60s. Those stormy waters have caused you much distress.
When they set 20-minute heats with the best 2 waves, what they did was, for the first time in competition history, they opened it up for guys just to go for it. Go for it. There was no holding back. You just went for it.
And be glad and look into the future every time you remember Jimi Hendrix and the missile crisis.
US 12, US 12, over.
Freaking out over Vietnam. It wasn't part of your master plan. If you catch what my drift is, you shipwrecked in the 60s.
I don't know, I kind of couldn't click in. I went out and I just got work. I got too nervous or something and just couldn't handle it, the pressure or whatever.
You tried to change the world, but now you change your point of view. I'm not telling you to control me or to decide what you're gonna do. Or into the future every time you remember Jimi Hendrix and the missile crisis. Rocket ships to the moon. Freaking out over Vietnam. It wasn't part of your master plan. If you catch what my drift is, you shipwrecked in the 60s. Shipwrecked in the 60s.
To tell you the truth, I was looking at the ladder, and there's no heat that you'd want to be in. There's nowhere where I'd say, oh, put myself here. Because every single heat is gonna be hard. And that's the best thing about a competition. If you show up to a competition and you go, shit, I make it to the quarters, it's not fun, it's boring. You know, but when you come to a competition like this and you're just like, yes, oh, yeah. Everybody is Robbie Nash, you know what I mean? Everybody is BJORN DUNKERBECK. And if you don't treat them that way, they're gonna kick your ass.
If I go down, then I go down. But I'd rather go down with My dagger's up in the air.
In the 60s.
Okay, sailors, now we're down to the top 8. We're going to shorten the heats because we're running a little bit out of time. So from now on the heat's going to be 15 minutes long. The top 8 competitors are Anders BRINGDAL, Scott CARVILL, Jason POLAKOW, Scott Fenton, Robbie Nash, and Baker, Josh Stone, and BJORN DUNKERBECK. So we're going into the heat number 31 now. Try to give your best, guys.
In the beginning, we were already there, like the roots of a tree, but our branches were bare. Entwining, holding up the young stem, maturing, living again.
You close your eyes for a split second, another section pops up in front of you, and the wave's so far gone you can't do anything with it. But just try and either straighten out the whitewash or just go for it and eat shit. And I think, you know, those people who broke down, I commend them for going for it and eating shit rather than straightening out.
And through all weathers, we stood straight and strong. It's easy, now the darkness is gone.
At the 4-man heat with 2 advancing, so I got certain that heat you really had to go for the big aerials, and I wasn't getting the good lineups for that in that heat, and the other guys performed better than I did. That's the way it goes sometimes.
Stone is hammered. Stone's hungry right now.
Where's that Josh on?
See on that wave?
Each day we see more like a tree. For each leaf we bear, moments we share.
Quarter, my semifinal was like the heat of my life, man. I've never done moves that big. It was just the adrenaline came up. I took everything to the limit for me.
All right. Now listen. My mother's always said, if you got to do it good. Duck.
Okay, we've got 20 seconds to the start of the men's final.
Now we have the final. In the final we have Scott CARVILL, Robbie Nash, Jason POLAKOW, and Josh Stone.
Oh shit! Heat's up. You got 2 minutes. Did Scott and them get out already?
10.
We're gonna lengthen
9,
the heat to
8,
half an hour.
7.
And we're gonna
6,
count the best 3
5,
waves. So
4,
you guys get out there
3,
and show us what you
2,
can do for the next half
1.
an hour.
Okay.
Falling from the western slopes to find yourself alone again, wondering where you have been. Your lonely voice calls across the starlit coast, reaching out to be seen. She cries your name 3 times again. She cries your name. How long can this love remain?
I just kept squeaking through my rounds, and you know, the best part of it wasn't so much winning the rounds, it was just another 20 minutes of sailing in the perfect conditions.
Cut beneath the surface green of what we say and what we see. Is that truth to be seen? She keeps crying out your name, but her scream sounds the same. How fickle fate can be. She cries your name 3 times again. She cries your name. How long can this love remain?
We, finally got some really good surfing conditions, and that's my forte and what I love, which is probably why I do better in it. I just love power surfing down the line.
Birds would scream for territory, can learn to sing euphorically. Give a hand time that is real. When there's a wasteland in your soul, the burned out trees will leave you cold. Living out an ideal. She cries your name 3 times again. She cries.
When you're on that wave, you're basically trying to read what that wave is going to do as it's hitting the reef and starting to jack and break. And you're sort of determining whether you should go really fast down the end of the section or whether you should stay high and wait and stay near the sort of the pocket of the wave.
The wave goes so fast, you don't have time to think about your next off the lip. You have to start your bottom turn before you even see the wave. So I think I was coming out of the whitewash and I just started my next bottom turn knowing I had to bottom turn to make it. And I didn't get a look at the lip until I was halfway up to the top, and by then I realized I was way too late.
I bomb turned this one and I just see this thing like this, and I want it so bad, I wanted to win so bad, I'm going for it, right?
Third place goes to Jason Polakau. In second place is Scotty CARVILL. And in first place for the Fiji Wave Classic 1997 is Robbie Nash.
Competition's really a small token part of the sport that just allows a few very lucky people to get paid to do something that they'd guaranteed be doing anyway.
Robbie Nash, very, very experienced, knows about conditions all over this globe. Great guy, great windsurfer.
Robbie Nash was my inspiration, like a creature of the ocean, incredible windsurfer.
Who? Robbie who?
The devil walks peacefully, don't you know? He comes as a friend to watch us grow. He waits for a time to show.
I mean, in general, windsurfing is not a competitive sport. It's a free sport. It's an individual sport. It's something people do basically for fun, and competition's almost a way of somehow justifying, at least for us, justifying a way to make a living doing it.
Look, boy, it's time to begin. Your dark strand still kept within. Look, boy, it's time to give in. 'Cause you can reach the teacher, 'cause he's so hard to find. You know he is, 'cause he's so hard to find. Won't you come around again? Won't you come around again? Won't you come around again? Come around again. Come around again.
Robbie has developed his style. It changes, you know. It's incredible. For being around for as long as he is, you'd think he'd be locked back in the old days of the style, but he's one of those guys that his style keeps progressing with the times, you know. He's the one guy that has come from the old times and doesn't look like it. You know, he can go out and look like a young guy sailing. He flows. He's learned to flow a lot. His style is good, very current, very radical.
Has like a timeless style. Rob Nash, it doesn't matter if you put him in from small waves, and the bigger the waves get, the more timeless his style becomes, and he's always the standout when it gets like that.
Inspiring to see him sailing. You go out there and you have the best time when he's out there, because I don't know, you just feel like you're at the right place. If he's there, you know you're at the right place.
Well, Rob's sort of, you know Rob pretty well. He's a funny character. He's always making jokes. He fights a lot. He really is one of a kind.
So do I feel fulfilled having dedicated my entire life to windsurfing? Absolutely. I think I've had, luckily, one of the best lives anyone could possibly imagine being given. It's almost too good to be true.
I don't know, what can I say about Robbie? He's always kind of like a notch ahead. 10 years ago, now, and I think in the next 10 years too.
Kick-ass, baddest, raddest, best. Enough said. Leave me alone. Okay, bye now.